Quite a few years ago, I was taught to take responsibility for my feelings and thoughts and not to accuse anyone, not to blame anyone for them. The teacher, Alidar Samraj, came into my life and said to me, and of course to everybody who listened to him, he said, "You are doing your own destiny of unhappiness. You are doing unhappiness. You are doing blaming. You are doing even excitement and stimulation and constellation. You're doing such a lot to the body-mind." And he called that doing the self-contraction. And he would use the analogy of the clenched fist. The head's always thinking and chit-chatting away to itself, being narcissistic. He said, he shouted at me, his words are very loud, "Your body-mind is inherently already happy. You don't need to seek for happiness. You don't need any beliefs, any consolations, any religion, anything to hold you up. You don't need any of those thoughts and feelings. You don't even need a point of view. The body-mind is already happy." Now this week, the talk of the whole world is Prince Harry. Here we have an obvious example of what it is to be narcissistic. But not only that, we've got the obvious example of what it is to dramatize, because everyone is narcissistic from this point of view. But if one is living already happy, one is already intimate and delightful and joyful and pleasant to be around and cooperative and tolerant and compassion, it all stems from this open hand disposition of already happiness. We don't need acknowledgement and confirmation. We don't need things to make us happy. That's an illusion. We've been misinformed right from an early age. Our mother and father would say, "You mustn't do that, that makes me unhappy." We're learned many patterns of behaviour. We're told that we've got to have a reason to be happy. No. The body-mind itself is born to be already happy because of various conditionings, especially in the head. We make ourselves believe that we're not already happy. And how does one stay already happy? By linking up, by communing with the sun, if you like, communing with that which is already happy. And for me, it's my teacher, Alidar Samraj. So Prince Harry is simply dramatizing his patternings, his conditioning, his point of view. And points of view are never constant unless they're factual. Fire is hot. That's not just my point of view. Ice is cold. The facts and the truths of certain conditions are such that we don't need to keep telling one another. What we keep telling one another is a point of view that's personal. Or I think he shouldn't have done that. Or I think he's a lovely person. Or I don't like him. That's not the way to do it. Why didn't you do it like that? Criticisms. Blaming. I was taught years ago as a child, a lovely lady said, when you point one finger to somebody, you're pointing 3 fingers back to yourself. And it's the thumb going upward, of course, up towards God. So that's what God is. God is already happiness, joy, delight. And from that disposition of the open hand, we discern. We see what's good and what's bad and what's right and what's proper and all that business. It's natural, it's inherent. We learn to stand on our own 2 feet, just as Jesus did. He wasn't self-conscious. He was confident. From this disposition, one sees clearly. One has eyes that do see clearly, and ears that hear clearly. There's no ambiguity. There's no sort of dilemma about life. Life is to be lived. Life is living. But this is death. This is not good. The way people live, millions and millions of clenched fist body minds. You aren't the body mind. Well, you are not the feelings and the thoughts. They come and go. They're conditionally made due to the self-contraction. If we didn't do the self-contraction, if we didn't contract from already happiness, then our life would be a life of sanity. Is your life a life of sanity? Real sanity? Or are you making people feel obliged to make you happy? Everyone thinks they're important. My point of view is far more important than yours. I am right and you are wrong. It's a joy to live all of life, all of the different weathers, all the different circumstances that come our way. It's a joy. Already happiness is our innate, inherent condition. Just as wetness is the condition, the inherent condition of water, and heat is the inherent condition of fire. Happiness is the inherent condition of the body-mind. It really is. Capital H, unconditional happiness. It's peace. It's stability. Due to the self-contraction, we're all over the place, going around like headless chickens, dramatizing emotions, dramatizing our feelings and thoughts. and we expect others to toe the line. We expect others to acknowledge us. We expect others to make us happy. We expect others to remove our guilt and our upset. We expect others to come along and say, "Poor you, let me make you better." Of course, if there's anything physically wrong, that's different. If I've broken my arm, I don't need to add self-contraction to it. It's just, as it is, and you go and get it repaired, hopefully. The body-mind can be full of cancer, but you can still be happy. Not in the conditional sense of the word. You learn to simply accept what cannot be changed. There's a prayer, isn't there? To accept what cannot be changed. If it can be, fair enough. If it's raining today, it's raining today. If it's sunshine today, it's sunshine today. If it's snowing, if it's frost, it's foggy, you begin to accept. I might be happy to say, "Oh no, it's raining again today." But there we are. There's an acceptance from the open hand disposition. Consider the open hand. Consider the body-mind like an open hand. It embraces all in all. It doesn't remain like this. Me against you. To live in this love, bliss disposition is God-made. Become God-possessed. Everyone is so self-possessed. Me, against you. From this disposition, there's no you and me. There's no other from this disposition. You don't feel an other against you. You don't feel obliged. You don't feel self-conscious. You don't feel obliged to make the other happy. But from this disposition we serve one another with love and in love and acceptance. It's radical to live like this all the time. That's how the enlightened people live. Once you are awake, you don't want to fall back into dreamland. This is the way of the heart, not the way of the mind. So Harry needs to be re-educated like millions of people require. This education that we are doing, or you are doing, narcissistic nonsense, dwelling on yourself, dramatizing it, not taking responsibility. You should know more and read Adidas teachings. They are so liberating. They are the truth. As true as fire is hot and water is wet. That's the truth. Take responsibility. Your destiny will be changed. It's not a lonely